All right. Welcome to Shane and Carrie's Florida trip recap.
Shane and Carrie's Adventures.
Woo, that's us.
Yay. Today is August 26th, 2022, and we just got back a couple days ago from a pretty good trip, very long. We left on Tuesday the 16th of August, flew Southwest, had a layover I think in Houston, and got to Florida that night, so we were rolling in, got to go to Sunny's with your mom.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was fun.
Well, we originally we reserved a BMW because we knew we were driving up to
Georgia
to celebrate my brother's wedding, and we wanted to ride in comfort, and we rented a X5, BMW X5. It's like an SUV thing. So anyway, they were out of it when we got there, even though I specifically reserved it. So then they tried to give us a Cadillac, and they couldn't get the third row seat down, and she was trying to get the third row seat down, and the lady goes, "Well, I'll let you have the Range Rover since we can't get the third row seat down." And she kept working on the back seat. I'm like, "Leave that thing alone. We're taking the Range Rover."
He's like, "Quit it. Stop it. Don't fix it."
Yeah. So we scored a Range Rover, and that was cool. It was a lot louder than I thought it was going to be. I thought they were a lot more stylish or classy or comfortable, and the Cadillac probably would have been better.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was fun. So, and then that's the night we went to Sunny's when we saw my mom.
Yep.
So that was good. And then the next day.
Next day was actually the wedding, so
yeah,
we had to get going. We bought a cooler at Walmart, bought a bunch of supplies because we knew we weren't going to have time Thursday, because we wanted to leave early Thursday morning to head up to Georgia. But all day Wednesday we pretty much did a bunch of stuff. Figured out first of all, I guess we found out something was going on with your mom's fan. We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Her ceiling fan. But no, I was able to help your mom with her hair. You went to Joe's Subs.
Yeah, I got one of my favorite Joe's Subs.
Simply Delicious, actually, I guess is the name. But,
best Cuban sandwich ever.
Yeah, so we had that with his mom for lunch that day, and then everybody got ready. We got to see your brother head off, and he was heading over to the wedding, and then we got dressed and headed over there as well, and everything was beautiful. Vicky made a beautiful bride. A happy couple. A lot of relatives that were there. Your Aunt Nancy and
the weather held out, and I mean it was really hot at 6 o'clock when they got married outside, but it went fine. I mean at least it wasn't raining, and there was no bugs surprisingly, so that worked out really well.
It was beautiful.
And at the last minute I was informed I was the best man, so I'm like, what? So yeah, I was I had to hold on to the rings, and I was the best man. So that worked out real well.
Yeah.
It was good. It was
gave
nice.
A speech or toast.
Yeah, I gave a little toast.
That was fun.
Yeah. So then that Thursday morning, the night after the wedding, Eric and Vicky left in the middle of the night to drive up there. They started driving at like midnight, and we left my mom's house at like 8:15 or so.
Yeah, something like that.
In the morning. Yeah, but Mom was actually ready. And ready to go, so that was great.
Yeah.
So we got up there like 6? So it took us about 10 hours altogether.
6:30ish, 6:45.
Yeah.
Went and checked into our cabin, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, the cabin was real nice, and then we had to drive up and around the river over to their cabin and met them over there for dinner, and so that was great. Yeah, they had them and their friends had 2 cabins right on the river, and so they could tube back and forth on the rafting and tubing and stuff. So
we got to meet Vicky's family and got to hang out with them. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and the cabin that we were at, we let my mom have the floor that was basically on top because it had the master bedroom in it. She had to go up a bunch of stairs, and then we took the room downstairs, which was essentially a second master bedroom and another living room. And I mean, the place was huge. She picked it out. It was fantastic, and we had gotten an extra room because we thought Tristan was going to go with us, but she didn't, so the other room was just not used. But it did have a game room with a multi-cade in it. We played some Millipede. Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah.
So then on Saturday, we went to, they went rafting. Oh, we went on Friday, though. We drove up on Thursday. So on Friday, the day after we all got there, we wanted what we thought was going to be like a 3-hour hike, and it ended up being a 6.8 mile real heavy duty hike through the stream and the mountains and up to see a waterfall. It was really cool. It was it was us two, Eric and Vicky, and then another couple, Bill and Chrissy. So just the six of us, but yeah, it was great. Nice hike. It was well worth it.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, and it
Good
didn't.
exercise.
Yeah, and it didn't rain until after we got back. So
That's right.
and then it poured like
Yep, we got
flooding.
Marco's Pizza on the way back with his mom, and we all sat there in the kitchen or in the dining area and ate, and then we wound up, it started raining so bad that we actually stayed in that night, which we got to enjoy the cabin a little bit.
Yeah, it was nice.
So
I
that
mean,
was good.
I think we watched NCIS episodes with my mom. So it was fun. It was nice to sit around, relax, watch TV.
Yeah.
And then the next day we went back over for barbecue and stuff at Eric and Vicky's cabin, and they had a big barbecue spread. And they all went tubing and stuff. We just hung out there, pretty much for the majority of the afternoon. And then I could tell my mom was kind of getting bored, so then we decided to take her to
An antique mall.
the Black Bear Antique Mall that
Ooh.
Carrie had seen on the way back to the
It
cabin.
was huge.
I thought my mom was gonna lose her mind.
She had fun.
Oh, yeah.
You got her a nice little souvenir and stuff for her, so that was nice. And then
We were there for an hour and a half.
share our surprise
And
gift
then
for ourselves.
we found this cool hiking sign
We're gonna
that,
hang our backpacks on it.
yeah. So this thing was $30, and then it cost me $32 to ship it home. So still wouldn't fit in the suitcase.
Yeah, we're gonna hang it up, put our backpacks on it here at the house.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So then what else do we do? Let's see. So after that, we loaded up and we left for home on Sunday, but we stopped at the world's worst Hardee's on the way home.
Terrible.
It was, out of all the fast food places I've been to, this was by far the worst. Jasper, Georgia, right outside of Ella J is where we had the cabin. And it was 8:45 when we rolled into Hardee's, and the doors were still locked. There was 3 people working there, no cars in the parking lot, like they weren't busy or anything. They just left the doors locked so they didn't have to wait on customers, basically. So we got to go to open up the door, which we probably should have just taken that as a sign and left, but
You had to send your eggs back, you had to send your sausage back by like handing it to the guy.
yeah, the sauce was like a hockey puck. The eggs were like burnt beyond
It was so
recognition.
bad. And the bathroom's the worst. I was gagging. They were so bad. I've seen a lot of bathrooms over the years, especially working at Walmart, but no. This was like 100 times worse than the worst bathroom I had ever seen before. But anyway,
Yeah, it
we
was.
survived.
Yeah, it made for a good story.
Yep.
So yeah, so
And then our way back, we stopped at Buc-ee's because we saw the Buc-ee's on the way up, so we stopped there on the way there, and then on the way back we had to go there again and got some good stuff there and enjoyed that. And then we went to another fast food disaster, which was like the worst McDonald's ever.
it was a McDisaster. But at least the people were nice there. I mean, the food
That's
took a
true.
long time to get, but they were nice. At least they were pleasant. At the Hardee's, not so much.
Yeah, we had to send back the hamburger a couple times.
yeah.
Anyway, it's
Yeah.
all good.
Yep. So
So what's
else?
next on the list?
Oh, then, we got back before we left to go over to Carrie's parents' house. I installed a new ceiling fan for my mom because the other one, like, I don't know how long they've been broken, or it only works sometimes. So I thought it'd just be an hour. It took me 3 because some idiot had stripped the screws out of the old one. But it is what it is. I got it hooked up, and the new one works really well. She's real happy.
So we headed over to my mom's that was on Monday, right around noon. I gave them a call and they were hungry. So guess where we went to get lunch? Joe's Subs.
Yeah.
We were able to go there again. I got to see the place for the first time. And then we got the subs and brought them over to my parents' house. So we all got to eat subs again. And Shane had it for like lunch again the next day or something. And
Midnight snack.
and a midnight snack, and we had plenty of subs. But anyway, but we got to hang out there for a while. We went to a Mexican restaurant for dinner,
Olay.
and my mom and dad and Shane and I enjoyed that, and that was a really nice stay. We stayed in the guest bedroom and had all the creature comforts of home, and enjoyed visiting with my mom and dad. And then my brothers reached out and said, "Hey, let's all get together on Tuesday night." So we all went to the Outback Steakhouse on Tuesday night because we were leaving Wednesday. So we all had a really great time, had a great dinner, and that was wonderful. So
Yeah, it was really nice.
got to swim in the pool and
Yep. And then
eat leftovers.
yeah, we had even more leftovers. And yeah, the service, everything was real good. And then we, yeah, the next day we just hung out at your parents' house for a little while, and
we didn't
then
even have to leave until almost, what was it, between 10:30 and 11. But we did stop on the way to the airport. Shane had to get 2 items at Publix. So Sonny's barbecue sauce and Crystal Bay.
Crystal Bay hot sauce. They don't sell it out here. Nobody has it. So yeah, so I had to stop in the Publix and pick up a couple bottles of each.
Yeah.
Oh, and I brought back a Mr. Pibb. Out here, like, they don't have Mr. Pibb either, and they had an overabundance of it in Florida now. I mean, before it was kind of a rarity, but I saw it all over in Florida this time, so I was just Mr. Pibbing myself to death. So I brought one back with me for a special occasion.
Is it in the fridge?
Yeah,
Oh, good.
yeah.
All right.
Yep.
And then we were so excited to get back home so we could pick up the doggies and, of course, see the kitties. Look, Tiffy's all...
It's too bright for Tiffy, so
he's
he's got his head down.
Anyway, yeah, the dogs were super excited, and David, our dog sitter, took great care of them, and then we were getting back to normal.
Katie, the neighbor, she took care of the cats and did a real good job. And I had video cameras set up around the house to check in on them, but surprisingly, they eluded all my video cameras.
He
while
kept calling. Every now and then I'd hear Shane yelling at his iPad, Tifton, Waka. Like, what are you doing? And it was while we were on the trip. So funny.
You can see Tiffy wake up and look around.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was funny.
It was good.
So yeah, everything worked out great, and just had a wonderful time, and glad Eric finally got married. I was real happy about that, and I think they'll be very happy together. So yeah, so that's our wrap up for our excursion.
Our whirlwind trip. It was great.
We've got one more week left before Labor Day, when for us out here the inferno starts to, there's hope that it's going to cool off a little bit, because it's supposed to get another 110 next week. But yeah, another week and it should start on the downslide for the temperatures and be beautiful for the next 10 months.
Yep.
So that's it.
Very good.
Everybody have a good weekend.
Have a great weekend.
Later.
Bye.